Welcome back. This is Bill, and you're watching Crash Course Hotels. Today's crash course is the Hotel Indigo Kuala Lumpur at the park, which is conveniently located directly across the street from the KL Tower and the Eco Park complex. We'll take a walk over there in a little bit, but first let's go ahead and take a quick look at the hotel. This hotel has a large lobby. Yeah, plenty of spacing, and I don't know if it's the decor or the lighting in here, but it is definitely a welcoming space. I visited middle of the week, and honestly, there weren't a ton of other guests visiting, so kind of felt like you had the place to yourself, which was nice. Got to be careful. Get too close to that door, doorman's going to open it up. Here's a look at the room. I do have status with IHG, and they gave me a upgrade to a suite, which was nice. Let's take a quick look at the mini bar. You see in here we have all kinds of glasses, cups, complimentary water provided. Tons of things in the mini bar if you so desire. There was a QR code on the inside there. You could check the pricing on that. Wine opener in the first drawer there. Midnight snacks needs, I guess, if you needed that and didn't feel like going down to the store, you might pay for that. And there's a kettle if you needed to brew some coffee or tea there in the room. Large living room in this room, so plenty of space to relax. The holes in the table are actually for a game that they provided the pieces for there on the wall. Here's a look at the room. Large bed, plenty of space. Honestly, I had to go back and reshoot this. That's why the bed's not perfectly made. I don't do it as well as IHG. I'm willing to admit that. They welcome you with your name on the TV screens, but I turned that off. Here's the wardrobe. You can see they give you plenty of space there, and I'm actually making use of it. Over on the wall here, we have an iron and ironing board. And plenty of hangers, just not one or two. Really, you could hang whatever you needed to. They also provide a couple of robes. The safe is actually in a drawer down here, along with some slippers. The pricing list for the laundry if you need to send something out, as well as the hair dryer. Nice large bathroom in this suite. Separate room for the toilet with a bidet. Large garden tub with an excellent view, I might add. And a nice stand-up shower. This bathroom has 2 sinks and a very large mirror in case you need to check yourself out. This is the 25th floor. Up here you're going to find the gym, the pool, and some outstanding views. So let's take a look out there. My Grab driver said that's going to be the second largest or the second tallest building in the world. 2nd to July, but it's not actually open yet. Apparently they keep delaying the launch. Here's a quick look at the KL Tower. Our view gets obstructed there, but don't worry, we'll get a better view in just a second. Down below us, that's the Silver Monkey. We'll go eat there a little bit later and show you a little more about the restaurant. Over here we have the fitness center. And I definitely think the view here in this fitness center speaks for itself. Plenty of machines. They had water and towels in here as well. Here's the pool. It was fully stocked with towels. Everything was set up, and you can see you're ready to go from the beginning of the day. I think I got out here right after the staff set up. Here's a nice look at the pool. This location has all kinds of interesting seating options over here. And there's bathrooms and outdoor showers over there to the right. You see what I mean about the seating options. Interesting. There's the logo in the pool, Hotel Indigo. I was not tall enough to capture it all in one shot, so I think I needed to be about 7'2". I might have been able to pull that off. Good view up here from the pool. It's nice up here, but we're getting to my favorite part right about now. This hotel has a paid breakfast, but if you have the Diamond Elite status, you can elect to take breakfast instead of the points, which we did, and I'm very happy that I did so. Walk up here to the restaurant on this level, and we'll be greeted by the staff. Morning, Mr. Bill. Good morning, sir. How are you doing? Here's your ticket. All right, have a great day. Let's go take a look at the spread. You have all kind of fresh salad options. You can make your own there, or they had all kinds of prepared salads right there. Over here, you can get made-to-order eggs, as well as made-to-order noodle dishes, which I made use of every day. All kind of hot food options. These changed on a daily basis, other than the beans. I guess they get a lot of folks from the UK. That seemed to be a constant. But the rest of this, they changed every day slightly, different options. As you can tell, it's just food and more food. You know what we need is a little more food over here. Yeah, that looks good. Of course, a whole section for pastries. Okay, now this is getting ridiculous, right? That's the way I felt when I was filming this. More food, look, more food. And of course, all table full of fresh fruit. They did a great job on that. Here's a look at the dining room. As you can see, I rushed in here to beat the crowd. Over here they had all kind of options, not just juice and water, but as soon as you walk in, they offered, did you want a coffee, an espresso, a latte? They hook you right up. This is an example of what I grabbed one morning, and you see to the right, the craziness never continued. More food. They literally came and said, if you need something a la carte, you want some eggs Benedict or some fresh pancakes, they were more than happy to cook them up for you. The breakfast at this location was outstanding. The only downside would be if you were trying to diet, I probably would put off staying here until you were ready to splurge. Speaking of splurging, this is the Silver Monkey. We'll act like we're walking out. We're actually going to stay and eat, but we wanted to grab some footage real quick just to show you the restaurant. I guess this guy's making the food. We'll see how he does. Nice views up here from the restaurant, by the way. This is actually a view from the table. We're suffering here in Kuala Lumpur. We're roughing it, I'm telling you. So I grabbed some fish and chips on Monday, and very good. Great guacamole sauce for the fish. And then I also tried the red snapper. This was a little bit more, but it was because I also added a Malaysian dessert you're going to see here in a second. This was great. It's so funny. I received it and I was like, bread? Well, the last thing on the plate was actually the ice cream. The bread and everything else was just amazing. This was recommended to me. It's probably about a 15-20 minute walk from the hotel. This is Barbecue Nights. This is Pakistani food, and it is very good. Well worth the money there. You can see I got some garlic naan and a lassi. Very good. Okay, we'll take a quick walk over to the tower, just where you can get a gauge of how close you are. Walkability is rather important to me since I'm slow traveling right now, and so I'm always interested, can I get there from here? And how long will it take me? And obviously, this part of the year, it's pretty important. It's, you know, the temperatures in Southeast Asia are definitely on the warm side. We took this walk pretty early in the morning, so it wasn't that bad. All right, let's find a good spot to cross the road right here. I could have saved a little distance going behind the security guards, but you have to go up a bunch of steps. And I'm still recovering from a bad knee, so we'll take the scenic route. While we finish this walk out together, let me tell you about what to expect on this channel going forward. I'll be posting 1 or 2 new hotels every week for the foreseeable future. It's not lost on me that this isn't cost effective, and it certainly can be annoying constantly changing hotels. Nice sign here, we'll take a look at that. Yep. But I'm doing this with a purpose. I don't want to get too comfortable. I certainly don't want to get caught in a rut. In the past, I've been able to make myself adaptable to a lot of situations, which can be good, but it also can get you in trouble. There used to be a restaurant, a Mexican restaurant back home that I just absolutely loved. They had great Mexican food, amazing spicy green sauce, and just killer margaritas. This is a terrible combination if you're trying to avoid it, because it literally just checks all the boxes for me. There goes one of those tour buses. So I would go there so often that after I moved away and was gone for 2 years, when I returned and went to go get my green sauce, people not only knew me by name, but they knew me by name at both locations. That's a little bit ridiculous. So we're going to try to avoid getting caught up in those patterns. On the other channel, Crash Course Travel, you're going to see travel gear. We'll go through every piece of gear that I decided on, clothes, luggage, etc. Why I made the decisions that I made, and then we can document that for next year, where we can review to see what things I've changed my opinions on. Because I can tell you right now, there's already small things that I'm looking at tweaking. So I think it'll be good to document all that. I'm doing the attractions. We're going to do food tours here in KL. I definitely want to do some videos about getting around more efficiently. I cannot believe that I stayed at that first hotel for 8 days and I didn't realize how important those walkways were, because I didn't see it in a lot of the videos that I'd been watching on Kuala Lumpur. So we definitely want to document the more efficient ways to get around the KLCC area. Hopefully we can do that, some of that for you. I'm currently getting some dental work that I had put off in the US. I discussed it with my dentist and she totally agreed. She was like, you'd be an idiot to do it now. Like, wait 6 months. When you get to Southeast Asia, you can get good work done at a fraction of the cost. So we're going through that process right now, and we'll give you the complete rundown as far as cost, my experience, the good, the bad, the ugly, as far as getting that all done. For me, this journey is all about pushing myself outside of my norms and continuing to do so. You know, as we get older, you start realizing like there's only a limited number of days left. Not to be morbid, but it's completely true. And how do you want to spend those days? I want to spend whatever time I have left living in the present. For way too long, I was focused on other things, planning for the future, planning for this, honestly worrying about a lot of things that I shouldn't worry about, like, you know, work and things that were outside the realm of my control. And we're gonna try to get out of that. We're gonna try to live in the moment and appreciate each day. I definitely believe that coming up with one thing that you can be grateful for each morning is a great way to like start your day and get your mindset right. So we're going to try to live in the moment going forward, guys. But that's enough of the mushy stuff. We don't want to go too far down that road. We're almost to the tower here, so I was disappointed earlier this week. I tried to go do the afternoon tea time over here just because I thought it would be funny, but the restaurant was closed. So maybe we can come back here later this week or next week. We'll see. I'll be here in KL for a little bit, and we'll come back and see if we can get that in on this trip. But we definitely are going to do a lot of the attractions in the next few weeks, and we'll put those all up on Crash Course Travel. We're finally making it. Honestly, I think this was like an 8 to 10 minute walk tops. And like I said, I'm on a bum knee, and honestly, I was trying to walk slow where we don't, a big guy. So like if I walk too fast, which I have a habit of doing, you're going to see like the grape ape video where things are moving side to side. We're trying to avoid that for you. And as we approach, oh look, now they're taunting me. Really? Okay, as we approach, we're about to get to admissions where you can buy a ticket. I just want to tell you thanks for your time. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully you'll find some value out of these walk around videos and me relating the experiences as far as things that I had misconceptions about before I started this journey. So once again, thanks for your time. And until we see each other again, farewell.